are you? I am so excited. I am so excited to be with you all this evening. Let me get everything straight here. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to be back, y'all. Be back, right? Now, for those of you who do not know me, I am back. Yay. It's been 5 months since I've been undercover, basically, under wraps, just just really making a transition from where I used to be to where I wanted to be. It's still a work in progress. It's still a work in progress. However, I tell you, there is progress. I hope you all can hear me good. I'm trying to make sure have all this technology together tonight. And so I just am so glad to be here with you. And tonight we're going to talk about porosity. That is why I went away. So I can serve my people, my ladies, my queens on a higher level, right? And so before I really get started, hey Carolyn, how are you? It's so good to have you on here. Faithful Carolyn. Oh my gosh. Before I truly get started, and I'm going to try to stay focused. And so afterwards, I want to talk to you all in the chat. If you have questions, then we can chat it up. Okay. But I want to stay focused tonight because there's a very important topic that I want to cover. But before I get started, I want to formally introduce myself to those who do not know me. First of all, you are queens, right? You are a queen. That's a new language. And my name is Rene Michelle Floyd. And I am the creator of Beautiful Hair Products and the Beautiful Locks Club, the founder, right? CEO. And I am also your Sister Locks Revival mentor, right? And so I am so glad that you're here. And for those who know me, I have my notes, right? Because I don't want to miss anything. I'm not pretending that I can memorize all this stuff. And I have so much that I want to share with you. And so I am going to start sharing affirmations with you, right? I am going to start sharing words of encouragement, words of empowerment, right? So that they can make an impact in your spirit, right? In your spirit. And so my name again is Rene Michelle Floyd, and I am so excited to be here. I'm a retired, certified Sister Locks consultant. I had a wonderful career. It lasted for like 15 years, right? And I was talking about retiring. It was time to retire, but I had made up in my mind that I was going to give it another maybe 2 years, and God said not so. And so I slipped and fell and broke my ankle. I was watering my porch with slippery flip-flops on, and my foot went under me, and I just like slid. And you know how you're going to fall, right? I knew I was going to fall, and my ankle just bent back just like that. And I was like, oh my God. And before I know it, I did like that to pop it back in place. Well, needless to say, I had to, go and get a cast put on and things like that. And I really tried to still work through it, and I just could not work through it. My husband retired me then. He said, "It's time. It is time." Right? So I retired reluctantly at the time. I was talking about retirement, but anyway, I had a wonderful career. I had many lives that I impacted, that impacted me. We made lifetime friendships and things like that. And so, but it was time to retire, right? Because I knew that it was something deeper that God wanted me to do. And so, needless to say, um, I've been struggling trying to just really get clarity on exactly what He wanted me to do. And I tell you, I had to pull back. Out of all the years I have been doing, online business and things like that, I still just wasn't like, it wasn't like a well-oiled machine, right? And so God just really, this is the time. God really have been working with me. I've learned so much about myself in this hiatus, if you will. And I am so excited to share what God has shared with me and how to help you ladies go to the next level in your hair care. And so let me get into it, right? The affirmation that I want to share with you is, I love the woman I'm becoming, right? That means that you're growing. That means that you are growing and evolving and getting better. You may not feel like that sometimes, but I am here to tell you that I want you to repeat that after me. I love, I love the woman I'm becoming. We're all becoming, right? And as we get older, it's like a rose that's blossoming, right? It's like a rose that's blossoming, and we are our best selves. At least we're striving to be our best selves. And so today, I am going to talk about how to hydrate low porosity sisterlocks the right way. Right now, I want to let you know that I don't just talk about hair, right? I want to reach the whole woman. And so hair is what really connects us, right? But the Spirit of God is what really keeps us. And so hair is a spiritual, it can be a spiritual experience. And so my favorite scripture that goes along with what I do is found in Matthew chapter 10, verse 30. And I like the New Living Translation. And it says, "And the very hairs on your head are all numbered." Not some, they're all numbered. All this hair on our head, every strand of our hair is numbered. And I love that because God is telling us He knows everything about us, right? And even though this stuff on our head is just what some people say, just hair, if we're going to have the hair, we need to learn how to take care of it, correct? Right? And so I am here as a mentor, as a teacher. It is my calling, really. It is my calling to assist with building women up, right? That is my audience, is women. And because I have the beautiful hairstyle called Sisterlocks, and there are people that have Sisterlocks as well, but there are some women that are struggling with dryness and dull Sisterlocks. And so I want to share with you what I did and what others have done, what my other clients and customers have done as they have followed the regimen that God put in my spirit. And so today I am going to tell you and show you how to moisturize your sister locks so that you can feel like they are a blessing again, right? So, and we're going to break this up in sessions and sections, right, in segments. So what I want to do is let you know that I did a search and was wondering, what is everybody talking about these days? Hey, Barbara Ray, how are you? um, I want to let you know why I chose this subject. It's not that I just chose this topic. I saw that there were many women that are battling with their hair. Like, what is porosity? Like, what is porosity? How do I take care of my hair? What type of products do I use for my hair? And in particular, porosity. Now, that term may be new to some people, but I'm going to explain what porosity is for you today. And I'm really excited to share what I know about this. Aside from just steaming, I have learned what porosity is, right? And today we're going to talk about low porosity. And if you are not familiar with porosity and you're interested in knowing what your porosity is, on my revised, updated website, I have a porosity test that you can take. It's a free test. When you go to beautifulhairproducts.com, you will see front and center, it says, why keep wasting money on products that don't work, or something like that. Take the porosity test, take the porosity quiz, right? And so it takes literally 60 seconds or less to take the quiz. You will find out what your unique porosity is. It will give you the results right away. You will be matched with the proper products that goes with your porosity, right? So we have low porosity, medium porosity, and high porosity. And so whatever your answers are on the quiz, it will match you with the proper products that you need to use for your unique porosity type, right? And when you do that, you get a free gift, a guide. It's a porosity guide that goes specifically for your porosity type, right? So you get a free low porosity care guide, a medium porosity care guide, or high porosity care guide. Whatever your answers are on your quiz, you will get that gift. You need to check your email to get that gift, right? And so basically, we're going to talk about understanding what low porosity is, right? And so low porosity is hair that is tightly closed. The cuticles are closed tight, and that creates a protective barrier, right? Now, while this means your hair retains moisture, it retains moisture well once it gets in. That's the problem of it getting in, right? It also means products can sit on top of your hair strand rather than penetrating deep into your hair strands, right? Now, your hair's superpowers are, if you're a low porosity type, your hair superpower is excellent moisture retention once it's hydrated. That's the issue, is it has to open up so that you can get the moisture within the strands, right? Is strong and resilient structure, is less prone to damage from environmental factors, and is naturally shiny when properly cared for, right? And let's see. Okay, everything is okay. Okay. And the challenge with low porosity hair is that it tends to hold product on its hair. So you have product buildup, right? And that happens easily. Product builds up in your hair and it's hard to get out. You know, like when you use certain shampoos. So say like the Dr. Bronner's peppermint shampoo. Oh, it feels, I mean, not peppermint shampoo, peppermint soap that you can use as a shampoo. But when you use that, you know, it penetrates good and all, but it tends, for me, my experience, it tends to cause buildup, right? Because it's just a pure soap, right? And so it's hard when when your hair start grabbing onto the lint, like if you have a sweater on, or if you have, you know, if you use certain conditioners, right? It's hard to pick that out of your hair because it's so tight, right? The strands are so tight. And so product buildup and lint, and it's easy to get dirt trapped in your hair and everything, right? And so it's slow to absorb moisture and treatments because it is so tight. It's hard to penetrate in there. And it can feel dry even with regular moisturizing. Does that sound familiar to you? And it takes longer to process treatments, right? Because your hair is so tight. So let me ask you, because I have a solution now. You know, I'm going to always come up with a solution. So, and then hair tends to take forever to dry and the water beads up on your hair, right? And so it's typically called a sealed door, right? Where it's hard for the moisture to get in easily. And so that's why you do not use like shea butter in your hair, right? I used to love shea butter. Oh, I still love shea butter, right? I put it on my face, but I wanted it in my hair because I loved how it felt on my skin. And I was persistent and I used shea butter in my sister locks, right? And what happened is that shea butter, because it is a butter, is thicker, right? It got trapped in the bottom of the nape of my hair, and it weighed my hair down so much that the back of the bottom layer of my sister locks just got trapped with dirt and with the butter and all, and it just started like drying out and just come out, and I had to just cut those off, right? So that's why in sister locks you do not use grease, right? You know how we used to grease our scalp, and you don't use butters and gels and things like that stay trapped in your hair if you have low porosity, right? And so let me ask you in the chat, right? In the chat, I want this to be an interactive opportunity. I want you to answer this question. How does your hair usually react when you try to moisturize it, right? Does it soak up or does it just sit? Does product soak into your hair or does product just sit on top of your hair, right? Are you team soak it up or are you team sit on top? Right? So in the chat, let me know what your experience is when it comes to that. Now, I want to share the right way to moisturize your low porosity sister locks, right? So, guess what my top way is? Of course, steaming, right? Y'all, I still have I still have my steamer, right? I still have my steamer here. And so I want to encourage you to steam, because what that does is opens up the cuticles gently, which allows your hair to absorb the moisture and the water content in your products. And I'm going to introduce you to the proper products that you would use for low porosity hair, right? And so that brings me to using a lightweight water-based product, right? Mists and creams like conditioner creams, right? That don't have sulfate in it, that don't have beeswax in it, petroleum in it, none of that. Those are the products that you avoid. And you layer on the moisture, right? But you don't put so much on that you smother your hair. You know, you heard people that talk about gels and creams and serums and butters and all these like 15 layers of product that they put on their hair. And that smothers, what that does is smothers your follicles, right? And your hair, the growth retards, because the hair is just packed with product. And it really does not take all of that, right? And so you want to focus on warm water. Warm water opens up the cuticles, right? Gentle heat. You can use steam caps, right? My preferred way is definitely steaming, right? It's definitely steaming, because with the hooded, right? With the hooded steamer, right? Because your whole head gets a chance to take advantage of that moisture, right? So the steamer is different from a dryer, right? The steamer takes water. So this is the water barrel, and then the steam just permeates within the hood. And when you sit under it, your whole head gets a chance to get that water therapy, that water therapy. And what's most important is to be consistent with that regimen, right? So small daily hydration rituals make a big difference. Now, I'm not saying to steam every day, right? I'm saying to moisturize your hair every day, especially with low porosity hair, because your hair tends to dry out much faster. And so I want to introduce to you, right, to introduce to some and reiterate to others the proper products to use for your low porosity hair is our peppermint collection, right? This is our peppermint collection right here, right? All four of these pieces. You have your peppermint conditioner cream, right? You can use this daily. This is a deep nourishment for your hair. It's like a hair food, right? And so you can use this this cream here. You can leave in, or you can rinse it out, and it penetrates deep inside of your medulla, right? Deep inside your hair. I'm not going to try to get too technical, right? Deep inside of your hair strands, because the main or the power ingredient is peppermint essential oil. I'm telling you, it's like having a cool mint on your hair, right? It's like having a cool mint. So you have your peppermint conditioner, and then you have your peppermint hair oil, right? The base of this hair oil is jojoba oil, right? Along with the peppermint essential oil, right? So here is your peppermint hair oil right here, right? Then what's most important is shampooing this hair, right? Your low porosity hair. And a lot of people don't think that it's important, the type of shampoo you use, but it is. This is our peppermint clarifying shampoo, right? And this has a nice dose of peppermint essential oil in it as well. This shampoo helps to clarify all the buildup, the sweat, the dirt, the settle, the buildup in your hair. So this shampoo is excellent. This is one of our top sellers, right? And then on a daily basis, you can spray your hair with our peppermint cooling mist, right? This is our peppermint spray. This is our number one seller, right? And this is perfect. The reason why it's perfect is because the peppermint essential oil stimulates the hair follicle and the cuticle. It opens up your hair cuticle and it allows all the moisture to just penetrate and go deep into your hair strand, right? And then the most important thing is that it helps to, the oil itself helps to seal in the moisture, right? And there is a way that that you can use these products so that it can be very effective, right? And there's a regimen that I that I encourage you to use, and that is using the oil in your hair after you shampoo, right? And then you get under the steamer, and can you imagine shampooing your hair with the peppermint cooling, the peppermint clarifying shampoo, right? Then you condition it with the peppermint conditioner, and then you get under the steamer, but first you put this oil in your scalp, y'all. I'm telling you, your hair is going to be like a cool mint on your head, right? So your hair is opening up, it's receiving all of that, those nourishments into your hair strand. And then after you shampoo and steam and condition and put the oil on there, afterwards your hair is soft, manageable, and hydrated. It is awesome, right? So again, our peppermint collection, our peppermint collection is the proper collection to use in your low porosity hair. Now, I just want to encourage, I want to let you know, first of all, that all the products, all of our hair care products are all natural, organic ingredients. They're handcrafted with these hands, right? They're vegan, and there's paraben free, right? No harsh chemicals in it. They're eco-friendly and cruelty free, right? So these are the type of products that you're going to be putting in your hair. So peppermint, again, stimulates your scalp for the circulation to enhance product absorption, right? It opens the cuticles gently for better penetration, and it has a cooling sensation, which indicates active ingredients working in your scalp and in your hair. And what this does is help to heal your scalp as well, right? So if you have seborrheic dermatitis, right? I've people always ask, what can they use for that? And our peppermint line is the most popular line for seborrheic seborrheic dermatitis, dandruff, dullness, dryness, right? Our peppermint line is the most popular for those hair concerns. And it clarifies your hair without stripping your hair of its natural oils. So again, if you're interested in knowing exactly what your hair porosity is, go on beautifulhairproducts.com, and you will see front and center. You click that button and it will take you right to the porosity quiz. You take that quiz. It's literally like 60 seconds. You'll know exactly what your porosity type is, and you will have recommendations for your hair porosity, right? And then a bonus product that you can also use for extra nourishment is our avocado hair oil. right? Avocado hair oil is revolutionary, y'all. I'm telling you, before I went on my hiatus, I was preaching about this avocado hair oil because I had a spot here on the side, right, that was bald. Well, you see that? Look at all that hair. Look at that hair. My hair, the follicles, the follicles came alive, and I, with along with the regimen that I have, along with this, with the peppermint, because my hair is low porosity. Let me say that my hair is low porosity, and that's why the peppermint collection is my favorite. It softens my hair, it moisturizes my hair, and then I put this oil in my hair during the week as a bonus. I massage it in, and it is awesome. You can see how healthy my hair is, right? Look how healthy and long it has gotten long, right? It's healthy, it's soft, it's not wiry on my skin or anything, right? So now I want to ask you one more question in the chat. Okay, let's see let's see what we have in the chat right now. Okay, so Carolyn say I use water bait. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, and then you say products, and I still use my steamer. All right, that's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. So I want to ask you another question, right, in the chat, or yeah, in the comment section. What's one moisturizer or method that has or hasn't worked for your low porosity hair, right? What's one method or moisturizer that you use that has worked or has not worked for your low porosity hair, right? So yeah, so if you share that this can actually help someone else, that may look at this right now or even later, right? And so if you're, like I said, if you're not sure what your porosity is, go to beautifulhairproducts.com. It's literally like 7 or 8 quick questions, and you will get your answer instantly, and get recommendations for what your porosity is, and you will get a free porosity guide, right? A low is called, if you take the quiz and your porosity comes up as low, right? You're going to get our crown care guide for low porosity hair, right? It's your complete guide to the Peppermint Crown Awakening collection or system, right? That's what this is. That's what this is, right? And so there are several recommendations, several bundles you can get in the peppermint line, right? Okay, now I want to put out a formal invitation to our Beautiful Locks Club, right? And so this club, we are rebuilding and growing, and this is where my world is, right? And so this is why I wanted to step back and offer something even more for our ladies, right? And so our Beautiful Locks Club is where we come together and where we get each other, where we know what each other is going through. And this is the platform that I do my teaching, extra lives, and you have members specials, members only specials. We have questions in there that we answer, and we collaborate in there, right? We collaborate in there. And so I want to invite you to try the community. You get a free 3-day trial, just to go in, kick the tires, see what it's all about before you make a commitment. And if the community, and I love to call it community because that is what we are. I'm not doing everything. You're not doing everything. We together collectively are making this community what it needs to be. I am your host and your mentor there. And we learn from each other. And the most important thing is we connect with each other and we understand each other, right? We're not just about products, right? I mean, I do well selling my products and all that, but I'm about developing impact in people's lives. Peace. That's what I want to bring is peace, confidence, and connection, right? And so that's why I created the Beautiful Locks Club for women like yourself. And so I want to offer you that free 3-day trial to join the sisterhood and continue on your moisture journey, right? This is a journey, right? This is a Sister Locks journey. And so right now I have 1 day left. I have a timer on my website, but I am wondering if I should extend it. Should I, and I want to ask you, right? Should I extend that offer, right? The 3-day free trial offer, because it really technically ends. If you go on my website right now, it's supposed to end tomorrow, right? You have one more day, but I wanted a lot of, because this is my first time, my first day officially going live and, and greeting everyone. I said, well, maybe it's not fair to end it this quickly, right? Maybe I should give it another 30 days so that others can have a chance to participate and be part of that special, because once that special ends, then it's going to go back up to the regular membership fee. Right now we have a special going on, and so go to beautifulhairproducts.com, right? And you'll see at the bottom where I'm inviting you to the Beautiful Locks Club, and you will read about what the community is all about, and you make a decision if the community fits you, if it's something that you connect with and you can give as well as receive in the community, right? Community, then I would love to have you as one of our crowning members, right? And so what I want to recap is that moisture isn't missing, it's just locked in. If you have that 4C low porosity hair that's tightly textured, the moisture is just locked in, right? And so I want to encourage you to unlock it by moisturizing your hair. Sometimes you have to be a little more radical, right, than some people, when you have that tightly textured hair. And so steaming will open up those hair strands, and so I want to encourage you as well to go to the website and take the porosity quiz so that you can stop guessing what your hair needs, and so that you can know exactly what products to purchase for your hair, right? And I want to just encourage you to share this video with someone else that you know that may be struggling with dryness and dullness, and that's frustrated, right? It is frustrating when you buy products, and some products are not cheap, right? But a lot of products, most products on the market, are not specifically for Sisterlocks, right? Now, Sisterlocks is natural hair, obviously, but a lot of the products on the market has those beeswax in it, and petroleum and sulfates and harsh chemicals that tend to break our hair down, right? And so a lot of us women, and I'll say us, right? I'm trying to preserve my hair because it's the healthiest and longest my hair has ever been. I'm not trying to lose it. But a lot of women are losing their hair, right? And it's a combination of harsh chemical products, dryness, itchiness, um, scalp dermatitis, right? Seborrheic dermatitis, and just not having a good hygiene when it comes to hair. All the wives' tales about, you know, not washing your hair every week and, you know, letting the dirt build up on your scalp because that's what make it grow. That is not true. It's not true. It's just like washing your face or washing your body. It's skin, and our scalp is skin. So we need to keep it clear. We need to keep it hydrated. Just like we put lotion on our skin to keep our skin soft, we need to have the best products so that our hair, our scalp can be soft, which produces healthy, strong, soft hair, right? So again, I want to introduce to some and remind others that we have our peppermint collection, which consists of our peppermint conditioner, our peppermint hair oil, right? And it's all on the website on beautifulhairproducts.com. Our peppermint clarifying shampoo, right? And our peppermint cooling mist. Now, these are our new labels on our products, right? But as you can see, we still have lots of product on the shelves with our current, with our formal label. They're the same products. The look is just different. And until we run out of these products, because there's nothing wrong with the products, right? It's just I changed the label. And so it will say on the website that the image on the products may not be what you get in the mail. So I just wanted to show you what the new look is, but the product is the exact same, right? And so I am so happy to be on here with you all tonight. And so I want to ask, do you all have any questions at all? Carolyn or Barbara Ray, do you have any questions, any comments that you can share with our audience that is watching? They may even watch the replay of this video. And but if you don't, you know, I am just so elated to be back. And my goal is to, this is called, by the way, this is called Welcome Wednesday. And so my goal is to be consistent every Wednesday. I plan to come live with you, or I will upload a video that will premiere on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be my day to connect with you either live or via chat. Because if I do upload a video that I made, then I will be live with you in the chat, right? And of course, you can always get in contact with me. Let me put the Beautiful Hair Products website in the chat so that all you need to do is click on it and you can go, let me see, you can go directly to the website and either find your products. First, I would highly recommend that you take the porosity quiz first before you shop for your products. So the order of business would be go on to beautifulhairproducts.com and take the porosity quiz and then shop for the proper products that goes with your porosity type. Make sure you check your email because your gift, your free gift, the guide will be in your email. Okay. And if you have any questions, any concerns, please reach out to me. I have a contact us form on my website. If you ever want to get in touch with me, you can do that. And for all those who joined me on this, my first official comeback where we were talking about moisture that lasts, how to hydrate low porosity sister locks the right way, right? This was my first formal comeback tonight, and I am so excited. Oh, Barbara Ray said, I don't have sister locks, but my gray hair does well. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And she's one of my loyal, faithful users of beautiful hair products, which happens to be my mama. She happened to be my mother, and so of course she's going to use beautiful hair products. But yeah, her hair is more salt than pepper, and it is soft and shiny. She also uses this avocado oil, and one of these times soon, I'm going to really do an episode on what the power of the avocado oil. But it's offered on the website as well. But anyway, I am so excited for the comeback, and so next Wednesday, look for me here, same time, same place, right? And I can't wait to connect with you all. Thank you so much for hanging with me today. And I just want to say peace to you and have a good rest of your week. Nourishing your sister locks, one drop at a time. Peace.